So, do you need to, that's okay. That's fine. Oh, I've gone on one, sorry. So the first person who's going to come up and speak to us, and I know everyone's going to be very nervous about doing this, so I'm very grateful for Norma to come up. So Norma, would you like to come up? Norma, our continence nurse specialist, is going to talk about her leadership experience.
Thanks, Shirley. So, good morning, everybody. I'm in a very lucky position in my job because I've got both clinical and leadership responsibilities. And my nursing career started off when I was 16, working in a cottage hospital as what was then a care assistant, come cook, come cleaner, a bit of a job doing everything. So from then I worked as a community care assistant for many years before commencing my nurse training. And once I had qualified as a urology nurse, I soon realised that night duty wasn't for me. So took my career a step further and got a job with the now Community Trust as a staff nurse. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I really missed the urology link. So I decided to undertake a urology module following this. And so my leadership journey began in the world of continence. I was successful in an application for a job quite soon after gaining that qualification. So working within an amazing team and having the opportunity to develop both myself and the team has been pivotal to this. My passion for promoting continence is as strong today as it was when I first started. And I think one of the stories that I can relate back to was when I was looking after a young girl with MS. She had a little daughter and her husband was her carer as well. She had had a relapse of her condition and it relatively kept her housebound. So going and working with this lovely woman for a few weeks intensely, using lifestyle modifications, medication, teaching her procedures that she could carry out herself to try and improve her overall quality of life and improve her bladder dysfunction. So I could see as time went on that she was getting much better, which was good, and her self-confidence was returning. So I didn't really have anything to do with her after that. But a few months later, I got a lovely card saying, well, it was obviously from Mum, but it said from Lily, thank you for making my mummy better. So that was quite inspiring. And I think that it's a story that touched my heart, as you can see. And it will continue to inspire me and to motivate myself and the team to deliver safe, effective care to our patients and the wider economy. So where have my leadership influences come from? Well, on reflection, I've had two very key people in my life, one personally and one professionally. The first person was my aunt, who was born with a physical disability and a wheelchair user. And she fought to receive an education, and she was actually 24 before she got to school. And she was 30 when she finally qualified as a teacher. She proved to be a successful teacher, then head of department, and finally on the senior management team. I think her experiences taught me not to judge people and just to see each member of staff as an individual, and most importantly, to recognise their unique set of needs as well as their potential. The second person that's influenced me is my manager. She has been both an inspirational and transformational leader with clear visions and goals for her team. She has ensured her staff are encouraged to continue to develop their skills and their knowledge, and to apply the theories they're learning to new practices as new and innovative areas develop within the service. I've been encouraged to develop both my clinical and leadership skills within our team. I finished my degree by undertaking a leadership module, which inspired me to develop my leadership skills a bit further. And I was privileged to undertake the Mary Seacole programme, which I completed this year, which was an experience, I have to say. The programme has given me a greater understanding of myself, my strengths and weaknesses, and helped me to identify the type of leader and role model that I want to be, and to understand the skills needed for me to achieve this. More recently as well, I've been working with the leadership group on producing this excellent leadership model created around our trust values. World Community Trust values reflect the recommendations made by Sir Robert Francis in the Mid-Staff's report, and there's some key points to that, and it's to have common values to support a patient-centred culture, to provide excellent standards of care at all times, to show openness, transparency and candour, and to provide a compassionate, caring culture. And again, to have strong patient-centred leadership, which is really important. So my aim as a leader is to ensure that we continue in an environment that supports these principles, that staff engagement to deliver excellent care comes as standard, in turn which will deliver better patient experience and outcomes, which is what this is all about today. And to empower our teams to generate opportunities which create professional development for staff, fostering motivation and responsibility, and a deep understanding of their own identity and role within the wider organisation. So what excites me for the future? There's no doubt that we're working in a challenging and ever-changing NHS and trust. We're fortunate to work in an organisation that is committed to developing leadership for all of us at all levels. And we know our organisation is replete with leaders. And what I mean by that is staff who see themselves just as ordinary people. They don't recognise themselves as a leader. However, it is important that all staff recognise or are supported to recognise that you are all leaders and you can be leaders, regardless of whether you have a formal role or not. So our leadership model will encourage staff to develop their leadership skills, firstly, where at an individual level you recognise your own personal contribution. That is, what you suggest, what you initiate or achieve within your team is recognised, and that will enrich your working life. Then, at a team level, where teams of people working together will play a valuable part in the wider organisation. And finally, at an organisational level, where strategies are developed which enable all staff within the organisation to have a voice with a commitment to develop, recognise talent and change through leadership at all levels.